Welcome to my channel Maths Pursuit. Today we will look into the questions from the chapter called Statistics. Hello friends, may I request you to please click on the subscribe button below this video. The given question is the lengths of 40 leaves of a plant are measured correct to the nearest millimeter and the data obtained is represented in the following table. And as per the given table, in one column they have given length in millimeter and in another column they have given number of leaves. So 118 to 126 millimeter number of leaves are 3, 127 to 135 number of leaves 5, 136 to 144 number of leaves 9, 145 to 153 number of leaves 12, 154 to 162 number of leaves 5, 163 to 171 number of leaves 4, and finally 172 to 180 number of leaves 2. And the question is asking us find the median length of the leaves. So guys, let us see how we can find the median length of the leaves from this given information. So as per the question, we need to find the median length of the leaves, and the given data is like they have given the length in millimeter in one column and they have given number of leaves in another column. Look here to this given data on the screen. So if you look here, you could see that they have given the length in 118, the length in millimeter is 118 to 126, 127 to 135. So like this they have given. So don't you feel that something is wrong here in this data? So sometimes we also get data in this way. If we get data in this way, we need to convert the data into continuous classes or into classes having lower limit and upper limit. But here the data is not continuous. The classes are not continuous. Unlike other data, here the data is not continuous. For example, if you could see that here we are having 118 to 126, but the data in the next row it is starting from 127. Whether the data would have been continuous, the next row data should have started with 126. By this time we would have observed how a continuous data looks like. For example, if a data is given like 0 to 10, then the other row will look like 10 to 20, or then it should look like 20 to 30. Here the data is continuous, where the data ends and again the data starts from there. For example, 0 to 10, the data ends with 10 and again in the next row the data starts from 10. The data ends with 20 and in the next row the data starts from 20. So here you could see from this example the data is a continuous data, but in this case they have not given us the continuous series. Now what we are going to do, we are going to convert this data into a continuous series or a continuous class. Once we convert the data into a continuous class, then only we would be able to find out the median of the given leaves. Now the median length of the given leaves. Now what we need to do in order to convert the data into a continuous series. In order to convert the data into a continuous series, if you look here, like here they have given 118 to 126. Now what we can do, we can convert this one to 117. We can convert this one to 117.5 to 125.5. We can convert this one to 126.5, not 125. Here I am subtracting 0.5 from 118 and I am adding 0.5 to 126, so that our data will be in a particular shape. I'm not only subtracting. If I'm subtracting data from the lower limit, I'm adding the same number to the upper limit. So what we got 117.5 to 126.5. Now in the next row I can consider this one as 126.5 to 135.5. So the similar thing also I did. I just subtracted 1.5 from 127 and I got 126.5, and I added that 0.5 to the upper limit and I got 135.5. Now you could see that our data looks continuous. Now you will see that our data will look continuous. So this is how we are going to do. This is how we are going to deal with this type of things. Whenever we get a data, or whenever we get this type of questions where the data is not continuous or data is not in the form of a continuous class, we need to convert the given data into a continuous class. Once we convert the given data into a continuous class, then only we can find out the median of the given data. Now let us see how we can move ahead in finding out the median of the given data. Now after converting the given data, you will see that the data will look now like this. So the data will look like this. After converting the data into this given format, the data will look like this. So I have placed here a well knit table where I have converted the data into the given format. As I told you, like we need to convert the data into the given format. So I have converted the data into given format, and I have now placed the data in front of the screen in the way that we decided to convert. So you could see that we now the lower limit and the upper limit of the class is we are having a lower limit and upper limit of the class, and this particular class is continuous. Wherever the class ends, and again in the next row the class begins. Like 126.5, the class ends in the first row and it starts again with the same 126.5. Similarly 135.5, and the class starts again in the next row with 135.5. I believe till here we are very clear. Now let us move to the next column. In the next column they have given the data as 3, 5, 9, 12, 5, 4, 2. This is what they have given. So this is our frequency column. So this is our frequency column, and we need to add this frequency, and we need to write the frequency here at the bottom of this column. Always wherever the frequency they have given, we need to add the frequency, and we need to represent the sum of the frequency is equal to, so like this we need to write, and this total is equal to 40. And one other interesting thing that you would have noticed by this time, so the interesting thing is that the sum of this frequency, whatever the sum total we get, this total is always given in the question. If you read the question once, you would see that the length of 40 leaps, so they have already given the length of 40 leaps. That means altogether there are 40 leaps. So wherever they have, means in any of the questions you will find that most of the questions it carries the sum of this frequency. So that will make you sure that whatever the totaling you have, whatever the summation you did, or whatever the total you calculated out is correct or not. Once you calculate the total, just check with the question if the given data is matching with the sum total of this frequency or not. Now guys, after finding out the frequency, let us find out the cumulative frequency. I believe guys we now very well know how to find out the cumulative frequency. So let us find out the cumulative frequency in the last column. Here in the first our first figure is 3, so I am writing 3 plus 5, 3 plus 5, that is equal to 8. Then I can write 8 plus 9, that is equal to 17. I can write then 17 plus 12, that is equal to 29. 29 plus 5, that is equal to 34, and then 34 plus 4, that is equal to 38, and then 38 plus 2, that is equal to 40. Now guys, another interesting thing is that how we could ensure that whatever the cumulative frequency we calculated is correct or not. If you see that the last row we got 40, and this 40 is similar to what we got the sum total of the frequency. Always the last row figure will match to the sum total of the figure. If it doesn't match, then you will conclude that the calculated frequency is somewhere it got wrong. So we need to check our calculation once again. If you get the matching figure, the last item of the cumulative frequency row, if it matches with the sum total of the frequency, then definitely we did our calculation correctly. Now guys, after doing our cumulative frequency calculation, let us move ahead and look once to the median formula, because we are going to calculate the median as per the question. So let us write down the median formula. Before answering the question, it is always advisable to note down the formula of any of the questions. Not only in statistics, any of the questions we need to write the formula before we start. So the median formula is given by L plus n upon 2 minus cumulative frequency upon frequency into class height. This is what being given. This is what we know as the median formula. I believe guys by this time we all know the median formula. So we need to remember this type of formulas, mean, median, mode. So if you do not remember, then it would be very difficult for us to answer these questions related to statistics. Now let us first of all find out n by 2. Just see in what way I am doing. After writing the median, I am just following a particular sequence. So after writing the median formula, I'm going to find out n by 2 first. So what is n here? N is nothing but n is equal to the sum total of the frequency is called as n. The sum total of the frequency, n represents the sum total of the frequency, that is 40 here. The sum total of the frequency, n represents the sum total of the frequency, and here the sum total of the frequency is equal to 40. Now I can easily find out my n by 2, that is 40 upon 2, that is equal to 20. Now guys, after finding out the n by 2, so we can determine the median class. After finding out the n by 2, it helps us to determine the median class. So which one is going to be the median class? Our median class will be the cumulative frequency row where it is just above the n by 2, where it is just above 20, because here n by 2 is 20. So our median class is going to be the number is going to be the row of the cumulative frequency row where the number is just above this 20. Let us look into the table so that it would be more clear. Just remember that we got n by 2 as 20. Just remember that we got n by 2 as 20. Now we got n by 2 as 20, and as I told you, the median class lies lies on the cumulative frequency column where it is just above the n by 2, that is where it is just above 20. Now if you could see that the number 17, after 17 we are getting 29, and this 29 is just above 20. So here this particular row our median class lies. In this particular row our median class lies. So you could see that in this particular row our median class lies. This is most important to first of all determine the median class before we move ahead in calculating out the median. Because once we determine the median class, then only we can easily find out the cumulative frequency, lower limit of the class, everything. So hope guys till here we are very clear how I determined the median class. This is most important. Now after determining the median class, the concerned row, let us focus on the concerned row where the median class lies. So the row where the median class lies, that particular frequency is going to be our frequency. That particular frequency is going to be our frequency, and that particular row class interval, the lower limit of the class interval is going to be our L here. And one other thing is that this wherever the median class lies, the cumulative frequency just before the median class is going to be our cumulative frequency. This is the cumulative frequency that we are going to consider for our finding our median class. Just the before cumulative frequency figure before the median class is going to be our cumulative frequency. Hope guys till here we are very clear. So whatever the information we got from here, let us note it down now so that we can put those information in the formula and we can calculate our median class. We already got n by 2. Now let me write cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency is 17, that is what we got from above, and f is equal to 12, that is what we got from the above, and class height is equal to how much? What is the class height now? Class height, if you look to the table, we could easily determine the class height, that is upper limit minus lower limit. So any of the limit you can consider, like 126.5 minus 117.5. If you do, we will get the class height, which is 9. Here the class height is 9. So I can write the class height is equal to 9. And lower limit of the class interval is 144.5. So these are the things that we got from the table, or we calculated out from the table. With the help of this information in hand, let us find out the median. Now I can write median is equal to L. L means lower limit of the class interval, which is 144.5 plus n by 2. Here we got 20 as n by 2 minus cumulative frequency, that is 17, upon frequency, that is 12, into class height, that is 9. This is what we got. Now we can easily solve this given equation and we can find out the median. So I can write
I can write median is equal to, so I can write median is equal to 144.5 plus 20 minus 17 is 3 upon 12 into 9. Or I can write median is equal to, median is equal to 144.5 plus 3 into 9 upon 12. Or I can write median is equal to 144.5 plus 3 into 9 upon 12. Or I can write median is equal to 144.5 plus 27 upon 12. Or I can write median is equal to, 144.5 plus 2.25. 27 upon 12 we will get 2.25. So what we'll get? 2.25. This is what we'll get. Or finally we can write median is equal to 146.75. So this is our answer. What we got? We got median is equal to 146.75. And now before concluding or before closing this question, we need to put our concluding statement. What? Because the question is asking us find the median length of the leaves. So we can write here hence the median length of the leaves is 146.75 mm. We need to write the unit also because they have given length in mm. So we can write hence the median length of the leaves is 146.75 mm. Hope guys you understood the way I calculated out the median. I am moving very slowly step by step without missing any step. I am just moving step by step. Hope it would be helpful for you to understand what I am doing. But still guys, if you have any questions or doubts, please reach out to me in the comment section of this video. Definitely I will get back to you once I see your comments. Guys, if you really like my videos, please subscribe.
If you really like my videos, I would request you to kindly subscribe and also let your friends know. This will motivate me to create similar videos in the future. Thank you. Bye.